To show up on individual statistics in District 18, but the best team play all around. Is that what you're looking for?
Frank, you'd think I'd have nothing to worry about being 12-1. Let me tell you the things on my mind. A beautiful wife in the hospital back home right now. The erratic behavior of Alliance up here that we have to avoid confrontations. I mean, they will get after us verbally, and this has been a pattern that I'm sincerely concerned about, and I hope to get out of here without any incidents this afternoon. I'm concerned about the 57 points we've given up since we played this team last. Let me explain. Last spring, we had a game with them down on our court towards the end of the year, and we beat them by 7 points. But in that game, Donnie Crawford had 20, Harold Hamlin had 20, and Paul Stanley had 17. That's a total of 57 points from boys now gone from our program, either through graduation or injuries. And meanwhile, they have, to the man, the entire team back. That concerns me also. And I have Darren Walls, our starting swingman, freshman swingman, sick today. I won't start him. I'm not sure how much I can use him, if any, so I check with him later on and see his current state of health. So those are the things coaches worry about going into the game, regardless of their record. And even have a little funny feeling without Harold here. He's been to all of our practices and games, even though he's hurt. And but he's sick today, so he's not with us. And his presence, the absence of his presence is felt a little bit.
Now, you talked about, first of all, your wife, Rudy, and I'm sure that a lot of people in Waynesburg would be quite interested to know why Jackie's in the hospital and maybe what they can do to help out.
Well, I didn't want to elaborate because I would get too much reaction, but she's having an operation on her hand today or tomorrow or Monday. She's in a hospital right now. We're not sure what day they're going to get free to do it up at University Hospital in Morgantown.
Well, if she's listening to the game today, we sure wish her a lot of luck on the operation, Rudy, and for you to relax too.
Well, that's one of the reasons I mentioned it, because she hopes to be listening to the game.
Okay, now we're going to look at Alliance for the first time this year, and you know that it hasn't been easy coming up here for a lot of other teams. Some of the...
Well, they are a talented and experienced bunch of guys, but they get after you sort of like, well, I better not elaborate too much, Frank. We're just concerned about them. They're very aggressive, and they'll talk to our players a lot, and that worries me.
Okay, this will be the first real test of that kind of scratch and Band-Aid basketball that you're used to seeing in District 18, and the first time the Yellow Jackets have come up against that. So, Rudy, your starting lineup, now that Darren's missing, where are you going to go with?
I'll have Chuck Collins, a senior swingman, replacing Darren, and on the other side, Rich Pushkar, and Timmy McConnell, the point guard, in the back line, the same two guys starting, Theron Hogue and Rob Montgomery. But probably replacing Rob fairly early in the game will be either Terry Clark or Derek Samuels, who are both playing very well themselves now.
Good luck to you and the Yellow Jackets. You're at Alliance this afternoon, Rudy.
Thank you, Frank.
Hogue, 10.5 points a ball game and 7.5 rebounds. And Rick Puskar, 12.1 a ball game and 3.5 rebounds. And also Rob Montgomery, averaging just under 9 points a game and just over 4 rebounds. With the point guard, Tim McConnell, number 1 in assists and number 1 in steals in District 18 with 12 and 3 respectively per game, and also averaging 8 points a basketball game. That's the Yellow Jackets basketball game underway, and the opening tap is controlled. Well, it goes out of bounds. Save him out of bounds, I should say, by Alliance, and it goes right to Ron Richards. Richards brings it out to Turpak and McAllister. McAllister brings it over the timeline. Goes to Bell on the left side, deep into the corner to Turpak. Back out to McAllister. To Turpak. Bomb from the side. No good. Rebound Hogue, Waynesburg. Theron looks for the break. It's not there. Goes to McConnell. McConnell quickly into forecourt, into the lane, pulls up, shoots it in. Tim McConnell with a coast-to-coaster. Now, not something you see often from him.
The last 2 games, Tim has taken the first shot. Darren Walls always took the first shot. This time, the last 2 games, Tim McConnell taking the into the paint, putting it up.
Okay, so the Jackets lead 2-0 as we've just gotten underway, and Alliance working against the Waynesburg zone. McAllister on the outside, bounce pass into the corner it goes, to Richards, right back to Richards again in the corner for McAllister as they work back and forth on the right side. Now over to the left on to Bell. Bell, long pass, cross court McAllister. Into the corner, Richards from the side. Richards shoots, no good. Rebound, Collins, Waynesburg. Outlet to McConnell. Knocked away. Timmy retrieves it in backcourt. Now forecourt to Theron Hogue in the lane. Baseline, push star, up, no good. Rebound goes to, well, it goes out of bounds. It will be Alliance basketball.
That time Rick got a ball on a great pass by Theron Hogue. Under the basket, try to reverse layup, but overshot it.
So it remains 2-0 Waynesburg. And here's Alliance once again, deliberate against the Waynesburg zone, as most teams have to be these days. Richards into the lane, McAllister drive, shoots, no good. Whistle, traveling called on Sean McAllister.
So far, both benches very calm, sitting down.
Yeah.
Kind of like an earthquake. Sitting.
Okay, here's McConnell in the forecourt, closely guarded by McAllister. Pulls up, fires, no good from the foul line. Rebound, McAllister, and he's fouled in backcourt by McConnell for Waynesburg. First foul of the game.
Tim just came around the back, tried to steal the ball, and really had no chance that time. So Alliance doing a good job boxing out so far.
So here comes McAllister, the sophomore from Homestead. Brings it into forecourt, goes into the corner this time on the right side to Turpak. Back to Bell, back to McAllister, checks the lane, and it's all bottled up. Now the ball is knocked away by Collins, but Turpak is there to track it down. There's Richards with it on the outside, goes top of the key to Bell. Bell over on the left to McAllister, and once again to Turpak. Back out to the point to Bell. Bell into the corner again, McAllister on the left side. Back to Bell again, top of the key. Sort of a high post to Richards, nothing there. Back to Bell, fakes the jumper, goes to McAllister. Shot clock at 7 seconds as we get a jumper. Richards, no good. Rebounds loose, and it's tracked down by McConnell. Right in front of the Waynesburg bench, into forecourt. Long pass, knocked away. Push guard gets it back, goes to McConnell, top of the key. Timmy looks on the right side, now backpedals. Moves right with his dribble. Moves the people around, goes into the corner on the right side to push guard. In the lane to Collins, up, no good, foul call.
4 times down the court, Jackets not able to get a fast break yet. And the foul that time on number 20 for the Eagles, Barry Turpak.
First team foul on the Eagles, and foul to the act, Chuck Collins will go to the line to shoot 2. Chuck averaging just under 4 points a game for the Yellow Jackets off the bench this year, shooting 73% from the free throw strike.
John, you're not only broadcasting back to Waynesburg, but everyone can hear you in the gym.
Yeah.
That's a different situation.
Sure is. I got to really be careful.
Yeah, that's right.
Collins makes the first, and he can give the Jackets a 4-point lead with the next one. Very deliberate dribble and free throw style by Collins. Makes them both, so the Jackets 4, the Eagles nothing. And here comes McAllister into forecourt for Alliance. Jackets back in their zone, and the Eagles work the perimeter with going deep in the corner to Richards on the left. Pass down along the baseline underneath the Masley, tied up, comes back outside with it to McAllister. McAllister starts in, pulls up, goes to Bell on the right. Bell with a dribble, now a long pass cross court to McAllister. Deep into the corner it goes to Turpak. Turpak pass back outside to Bell. Shot clock down to 15 as they go into the corner on the right side to Richards. Little pitch and catch over there by McAllister. Now a lob down along the baseline, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Waynesburg's ball. They lob it underneath to Mike Masley, and as Frank says, sort of an alley-oop there.
Yeah, Masley had the baseline, but the pass a little overthrown, but Masley touched it last. There's a block.
All right, collision in backcourt as McAllister working against McConnell. Timmy suckered him in and then just blew by him, and in the process, McAllister fouls him. Color WANB microphones. They go to Theron Hogue, right back to McConnell. McConnell on the baseline, pulls up, back to Hogue, passes underneath to Montgomery, ball knocked away, foul call.
Foul on the play. Nice pass again by Hogue into the key, and this time, it's hard to say who had the foul.
It is on. It's inbounded. McConnell drives to the baseline, puts up a shot. It is good. It hung on the rim and fell through, so Tim McConnell has both Waynesburg's field goals as the Jackets have taken a 6-0 lead. 16-20 remain to play in the first half of this ball game, just getting underway. Alliance having a woeful time penetrating the Waynesburg zone. All their shots have come from outside, and obviously they've missed them all. Here's Bell from 20 feet hit. Jeff Bell pops from outside. He's been very quiet thus far, Frank. He's usually the spark plug on this team. Here's Collins with a drive for Waynesburg. Ball goes flying as Chuck takes it into the painted area. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Alliance ball.
Unlike Chuck Collins that time. He went in and triple teamed, nowhere to pass.
So the Lions now trailing by 4 as they bring it into forecourt. And McAllister and Bell, the two guards, work it. Now Richards on the right, around the horn to McAllister. Back to Bell, top of the key to Richards, who's open, shoots over Collins and hits. Richards bombed. He can hit from out there. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And a steal by Alliance in backcourt. Ahead to Bell on the run. Bell on the wing to Turpak. Turpak turns, fires. Good foul call.
Possible three-point play. Rich Pushkar trying to guard from the back. Tim McConnell put a nice move on defensively, tried to draw a charge, but didn't get it. And on the back was Pushkar. Scoring on the play was Barry Turpak.
So Turpak could. And it's a 7-6 basketball game. Alliance leads. Jackets had a 6-0 lead just moments ago. Now the Waynesburg on the attack. Montgomery down the lane, shot up, and it is bouncing on the rim. No good. Bounced 4 times, fell off. Rebound to Alliance. Ahead to McAllister. Quickly into forecourt. McAllister baseline shot blocked by Montgomery. Rebound Hogue. Ahead to McConnell. McConnell to Collins. Lays it up and in.
Beautiful fast break, but Montgomery started it all with a blocked shot.
Jackets' first fast break of the afternoon. And they're back on top 8-7.
Well, the Alliance team changed the pace, and I think that might get them.
Okay, here's Richards deep in the corner for Alliance. Back out the Bell, right back to Richards. Pops from way outside and hits Richards. 20-foot bomb. It's a rainbow. Up there in the rafters, finally comes through. And Alliance back on top, 9-8. We've used just over 5 minutes of the first half as McConnell fires from way outside for Waynesburg. No good. Rebound. Montgomery goes up with it. He's hammered. Montgomery goes to the floor, but he's going to be okay. When he gets up, he'll go to the foul line to shoot 2. On the way, Montgomery in and out. Rebounds loose, and it's tracked down along the baseline by Collins for Waynesburg. He'll bring it back outside with a long pass to McConnell. Baseline, Pushkar up and in.
Half of the slam. He tried to slam it, but couldn't get up quite high enough.
But it did go down, and it's 11-9. Waynesburg at the 14-18 mark in the first half. There's McAllister back out to Bell. Bell and McAllister deep in the corner to Richards on the left side this time. Back out around the horn. Bell looks in the lane to Turpak. Not there. Back outside Richards. Again the buzz bomb. Richards from way outside. Boy, can this guy shoot.
Well, Rudy wants some hand in the face out there. A little bit of defense on Richards, who has a wide open shot.
11 to score. As Waynesburg goes to Pushkar. He fires from the side. No good. Rebound pulled down by Turpak for Alliance. Clears it to McAllister in backcourt. He runs it over the timeline, now puts on the brakes, and he goes down the left side, goes deep in the corner with a pass to Richards. Richards back to Turpak. He looks to Bell out there on the right wing and goes to him with a pass into the corner again to Richards, who's open, who fires, and this time it's no good. Follow good by Turpak. This time Richards did not connect from outside, but Turpak was there to put it in. Now a whistle as Waynesburg comes into forecourt with a long pass, and we get another foul on Alliance.
Could be on Richards, and it is his second. Team 5th of the first half.
And there's a lot of time left. Waynesburg inbounds it to Montgomery, baseline, back out to McConnell. McConnell starts in, foul line, pulls up, passes off, baseline, Pushkar, shot good.
And no defense at all that time. Rick had it himself. Nice move, good pass by McConnell.
And we're tied at 13 as we have a little better than 13 minutes left to play in the first half. Waynesburg and Alliance College live on WANB AM/FM from Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania. Glad you're with us this afternoon. One of 2 afternoon games this year. Next one will be next Saturday afternoon, as a matter of fact. Here's McAllister working on the left side as Alliance goes back into that very deliberate style against the Waynesburg zone. McAllister working on the outside, goes to Richards. Richards fakes the shot, now lobs it back out to McAllister into the corner to Bell. He's double-teamed over there, has to come back outside. McAllister gets it, starts inside, pass knocked away by Theron Hogue. And Hogue is fouled in backcourt. Hogue with the steal, then he was fouled.
Turpak reaching from the back. The aggression now hurting the Alliance club. They're reaching and grabbing. So the Jackets conditioning will pay off in the long run, John. This is when Alliance hands on hips, they're winded a little bit.
Especially, I'm looking down at Mike Maisley. He's got his hands on his knees already. And this ball game just getting underway.
Yeah, conditioning is going to show here in the Jackets. Superb condition.
All right. Waynesburg into forecourt. It's Montgomery back outside around to Collins into corner to Pushkar. Back to Collins. Top of the key to McConnell. He fires. Hit. Tim McConnell. Nothing but net for the top of the circle. And the Jackets lead by 2. 15-13.
That's a new threat that's opening up. Tim McConnell.
And McAllister again takes it to the baseline as he brings it into forecourt. Double team there, goes back out to Bell. McConnell comes out to pick up Bell. He goes with a bounce pass to McAllister on the left side. Now, underneath, shot up, no good. On the lob, rebound goes to Montgomery for Waynesburg. Ahead to McConnell into forecourt. McConnell all the way, fires, it's good. So Tim McConnell has gone coast to coast twice here in the early going. The Jackets have a 17-13 lead and a timeout by Ted Halleck of the Alliance Eagles. 11:38 left to play in the first half. Waynesburg 17, Alliance 13. We played a very even game here at Cambridge Spring High School, Frank.
Gentlemen, out on the court, no doubt about it, for the first 10 minutes of this game, almost 10.
All right, Alliance into forecourt. This is McAllister lobbing it cross court to Bell. Bell into the corner on the right side to Richards. Richards, a long one-hander, no good off the heel. Rebound, Hogue, Waynesburg, and he's fouled in backcourt again. Right after the rebound, Theron Hogue's fouled, and now the 1-and-1's in. So Theron will walk the length of the floor and get a 15. The 1-and-1 is up, it's no good. The rebound goes to Alliance. Turpak pulls it down. And here's Bell with it on the right side. Goes into the corner to Richards. Richards back outside to McAllister. Now right back to Richards. Looks into the lane, and Mosley not there. Richards again has it deep in the corner. And now back out to Bell, and Bell will bring it over on the left side with a long pass to Richards. Back out around the horn it goes. Richards loses a little bit now, moves it out to the top of the key, goes to Bell. Now high post, turnaround jumper. Maisley is good. Finally, Maisley gets his hands on the ball. That's the first time this afternoon, I believe. Little turnaround jumper from the high post is good. Jackets into forecourt now, leading by 2. Is McConnell working the point, goes on the left side, deep into the corner to Theron Hogue. He drives, pulls up, fires, hits. Theron Hogue with a nice little 6-footer after a nice move.
Theron working well with that jumper from 10 to 15 feet.
19-15 Waynesburg as we get set to move. Under 10 minutes left to go in the first half. Alliance goes low post. Maisley, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Hogue, Waynesburg. As to McConnell. He's looking for the break quickly into forecourt. Takes the baseline. Collins up and in. So after going coast to coast twice, and this time down the floor, McConnell just faked the shot, and everybody went to him. Collins all alone. Hit him with a perfect dish. And now we get a foul on Waynesburg as Alliance moves it into forecourt. McAllister was working against Collins. I believe Chuck called for the personal.
13th foul, first for Chuck. Waynesburg doing a little trapping now at the midcourt, and Chuck stuck his knee into McAllister and called by Frank Rubik.
Then here's Alliance from way outside, no good. Tap up, no good. Rebound Collins ahead to McConnell. Long pass into forecourt, picked up by Hogue. He fires, it's in and out. Rebound taken by Turpak for Alliance. Cleared in backcourt to the point guard. McAllister, he brings it over the timeline. Sets it up on the left side. Takes it to the left corner to Bell. Now goes cross court to Richards. Richards looks inside, nothing there. Goes back to McAllister into the corner to Bell. Again, McAllister to Richards. Richards fakes the jumper. As Collins comes out to cut him off, goes back to McAllister. Into the corner to Ricky Bell, or Jeff Bell once again. Again, back to Richards, 18-footer good. Nothing but net again for Ron Richards as he hits from way outside. Jackets quickly into forecourt. McConnell, baseline, Pushkar up, no good. Pushkar's missed 2 of those thus far this afternoon. Rebound goes to Alliance. And McAllister drives it in. Sean McAllister's first bucket of the afternoon. And Alliance is pulled back to within 2. At the 8:50 mark, Terry Clark getting set to come in for the Yellow Jackets as McConnell brings it over the timeline. They set it up against the Alliance zone. Montgomery in the corner, back to McConnell. Into the lane it goes. Hogue, turnaround jumper good. Theron Hogue.
Theron's the guy you call when things are going sour. You get the ball to him, he can put it in the hole for you.
23-19, the Jackets lead. Now again, that half-court trap. McAllister by Pushkar, and we get a whistle, foul call as McAllister put the shoulder down, ran it into Pushkar, and we get a call on Rich Pushkar.
And his first, second, team fourth. And out is Rob Montgomery in Terry Clark.
First substitution of the game either way. 8:22 left to play in the first half. Alliance with McAllister and Bell working with Richards again on the outside. Now Richards moves to the point, and the big 6'6" senior sends it to Turpak, back to McAllister on the outside. Cross court to Bell, to Richards, and right back to McAllister on the right. Looks in the lane. Maisley's being very silent this afternoon. Now Richards, 25-footer, no good. Rebound, Hogue, Waynesburg. Out to McConnell, in the middle. Timmy looking for the break. Long pass, baseline. Collins up and good.
Nice left-handed lay-in. Very good for Chuck.
And let's point out that McConnell hit him from midcourt with a long pass. One bounce. Boom. Underneath on the baseline to Collins. Perfect assist for Tim McConnell. It's the high school floor, so you can do that. It's not quite as long, I guess. Now a foul as again Alliance starts taking it on the inside. That was McAllister with a drive. Somebody called for Waynesburg.
Timmy McConnell called for his second personal on a reach, try to bat the ball from behind, and caught a lot of meat that time.
That's the sixth team foul, I believe, or is it five? Five on the Yellow Jackets. 1-1 already in for Alliance. 7:25 left to play in the first half. Waynesburg 25, Alliance 19. Bell and Richards working on the outside for the red and white. Again, being very deliberate. A very patient team this year, the Ted Halleck has. Now, as I say that, McAllister fires one from in the corner. No good. Rebound Pushkar, and to McConnell. McConnell on the run, pulls up, goes to Collins on the wing. Chuck turns it over. No. Whistle, foul call. I thought they were going to call Chuck for the walk, but a foul called on Alliance.
Well, Bell picks up the foul, a little grab, really not much of a contact, and but two calls in a row like that. The consistency is part of the game, and they're calling it close.
Collins in, starting this afternoon. If you missed the beginning of the game, is Darren Wald ill with the flu. He's here and dressed, but is not playing this afternoon. Collins makes them both. And it's 27-19, Waynesburg. Now again, the half-court trap. McAllister meets it at midcourt, starts inside. McConnell looking for the steal, draws the whistle. It's either on Collins or McConnell as they trapped him right in front of us.
It's on McConnell. On Collins, sorry. His
right.
Second, and the team sixth, so one more, and it's in, both ways.
Okay, and following that, the Alliance Eagles inbounded from the side at their end of the floor. They go to Richards in the corner again on the right side, back to McAllister. And Bell, a little pitch and catch on the outside, back to Richards. Richards back to McAllister, and Richards again on the right side. Looks to Maisley down low. He's tied up. Now the bounce pass into the lane, knocked away by Clark. Up with it is Hogue. Hogue to McConnell for Waynesburg. Jackets on the run. Timmy into the lane. Drive, shoots it. Good foul call.
Oh, that's what happens, and maybe a choice.
Well, does the basket count? McConnell
No,
on
it
the
wouldn't.
floor.
No basket.
So Timmy's still with 8, and it's still 27-19. Well,
And the third personal foul on Tim McConnell.
that's an ouch.
So a player control foul, the bonus in for both teams.
Hit. Jeff Bell, an 18-footer from right at the top of the circle. He has 4, and it's 27-21. Jackets hooked into forecourt. Hogue passes underneath. Clark up and in. Nice assist by Hogue.
Great teamwork, and that's what the Jackets are about this year. The team, if you come to College Gym, you'll see that act, and it's a great one. A team effort all the way.
29-21. 5:45 left to play in the first half. Alliance on the attack against the zone. As McAllister starts in, pulls up, goes to Topak. He fires from outside. No good. Rebound Clark. Add to McConnell. The Jackets have a 1-on-2 break. The Pushkar in the lane to Theron. Hogue. It's up and good.
Second man through the lane was Theron. He fills it up. Pushkar was the outside. Theron came right down the middle on a delay. Beautiful.
So the Jackets have opened up a 10-point lead as again Richards fires from outside for Alliance. No good, but the rebound bounces to McAllister, takes it inside. That's no place for a guy like his side. He puts it up as a whistle. Shot did not count, but a foul call. Boy, McAllister took it right in amongst giants
He
there.
sure did.
He's only 5'10".
Picking up his first is Derek Samuels. So going to the foul line will be McAllister. Turpak.
They're sending Turpak instead of McAllister. I don't know. They're dished off in that traffic underneath there. The way it's good. Turpak with a half dozen. And we got our first substitution for Alliance this afternoon. Checking into the ball game is Dave Bush, a 6'4" sophomore from Amsterdam, New York. And a steal at backcourt by Alliance. And ahead to McAllister on the break. McAllister takes it to the baseline, pulls up, goes back out to Bush. Bush with an open shot, fires and hits.
Uses the glass. Nice shot, and in is Kevin Lee.
31-24 Waynesburg as Lee is in now to run the Waynesburg attack. McConnell on the bench with 3 personal fouls here in the first half. Here's Pushkar, baseline, shot from the side, good by Samuels, who's just checked in. Derek checks into the ball game and gets into the scorebook very quickly. It's 33-24 Waynesburg. Richards were handling the basketball for Alliance, moves into the foul circle. Now back to McAllister, over to Bell, back to McAllister, top of the key. Lobbing it, baseline, ball knocked loose. Up with it is Samuels for Waynesburg, ahead to Lee. Long pass, Pushkar on the break. He lays it up and in, a foul call.
Three-point play, I believe, in McAllister, the point guard who's so effective for Alliance, picks up, well, we'll see. Now they call it on Jeff Bell.
For Bell, that'll be his second foul this afternoon. And at the line with a chance for a three-point play will be Rick Pushkar. And he can open up a 12-point lead. Does as he puts it through. That's 7 this afternoon for him. 4:16 left to play in the first half. In what was a very tight ball game through the first 8 minutes or so, and now the Jackets have begun to pull away a little bit, leading by 12. As we move in under 4 minutes left to play in the half, and Bell working the outside with another new number in there. That's Dan Holzer for Alliance. He's a junior, 5'9", in at guard, replacing McAllister. Richards handling it on the outside. So both starting point guards on the bench in a little bit of foul trouble. And a lob inside, knocked away by Samuels from Waynesburg. Ahead to Pushkar on the break. He stops and pops. It's good. Pushkar, 6-footer. And that's 9 this evening for him. And again, we got another one from Alliance. 3:35 left in the half. Waynesburg 38, Alliance 24. Be back in a minute. For Spring, Pennsylvania, John Loper with Frank Jusick on WANB and WANB-FM. Waynesburg, Washington, Uniontown, where the Jackets lead 38-24. Alliance with the basketball, inbounding it, following their timeout at 3:18 left to play in the first half. And Richards working the outside with Bell. Now Bell goes cross-court to Holzer. Holzer back to Bell, top of the key. Bell is taken over at point guard. Holzer working in the off-guard position as Bell fires from outside. It is no good. Rebound, Clark. Waynesburg ahead to Lee. Lee, long pass, Pushkar on the break. Pushkar puts it up and in.
Good move by Pushkar. Good lead pass right into him by Kevin Lee.
The Jackets' fast break is there now. First 3 or 4 minutes of the game, it was not there, but they're running at will now as they trap Richards deep into the corner. He almost throws it away as Bell is fouled. Bell going after the loose ball, also going after it Theron Hogue. The two collide just after Bell took control of the ball. That gives the foul to Theron.
Theron, the guilty party, his first of the game.
The rebound is loose, and it's pulled down by Alliance. Maisley fires no good. Rebound Waynesburg. Cleared the lead. Lee on the run, passes in the lane, knocked away by Alliance. They have a 1-0 break. Richards lays it up and in. Following the steal, Richards, easy money that time. He has 10. And Waynesburg quickly, forecourt Pushkar, drive, shoot, contact, foul called. The shot did not go down, but both players did, Pushkar and Maisley, and the foul's going to go against Alliance.
Nice move by Rick Pushkar, and the baseline given away by Maisley, and Rick took advantage of it. Maisley blocking the baseline, and the 1-and-1 for Rick.
That inbounds was so fast, I missed it. I was just for a second glancing down to write down the last bucket on my scorecard, and just that quick, Waynesburg was at the baseline, their end of the floor. Pushkar misses the first of 2 from the free throw line. Rick also under the weather, I understand, a little bit. Touch of a sore throat this afternoon. Misses the second. Rebound Waynesburg. Clark fires no good. Follow Hogue. Good. They're on with 8. 42-27. Jackets. And here's Alliance in the forecourt. Bell working on the outside with Holzer. Holzer starts in with his dribble, pulls up foul line, goes to Bell. Richards and Bell working the left side. Now again, Holzer top the key. Shovels it off to Bell. He'll bring it out to the point, and they'll set it up again. Into the lane it goes, and the ball almost knocked away. Turpak retrieves it, and it goes to Richards on the right. Back to Bell again, top of the key. As the shot clock moves inside 10 seconds, they go to Holzer on the outside. Now to Bell. Bell cross court to Richards. Richards, shot clock 3 seconds, goes outside. Long one-hander, just beating the shot clock. No good. Rebound goes to Alliance. Tracked down by Richards. Richards back outside to Bell. Bell starts in, pulls up. Now bring it back to the point, and they'll get another 40 seconds. No, Richards fires from way outside and hits. Richards from way deep in the corner. He has an even dozen. It's 42-29, Waynesburg. Jackets into forecourt. Lee running the attack. McConnell on the bench in foul trouble. They go to Puskar on the wing. Deep into the corner to Clark. Clark with a walk they didn't call, I believe. Now shovels it off along the baseline. Puskar stolen away. Stolen away underneath by Ron Richards. He clears it in backcourt to Holzer, and he will bring it over the timeline.
Well, the first bit of fracas there with Richards with a big swing of the elbow, no one around. In basketball, John, that's a turnover if you do that, but the referee let it go.
Down to 35 seconds left to play in the first half. There are 21 seconds on the Alliance shot clock, and they're working the perimeter of the zone. Probably going to use as much of that shot clock as they can before they let it go fly. This is Bell on the outside with it, goes to Mulder. Mulder checks inside as there are 5 seconds left on the clock. They go to Bell, to Richards over the Bell screen, in and out and in. It went down, popped out, and then went through. Now with 12 seconds to go, the Jackets into forecourt. Samuels is fouled as the big guy is dribbling up the floor. How about that? He goes by Bell. Bell fouls him, and Bell with a little bit of emotion following that call. A little bit of more emotion following the call. And Samuels will go to the line. Well, one. Rebound, Alliance back to Bell. And into forecourt it comes to Richards along the baseline. Ball knocked away. Last touch by Alliance. And it'll be Waynesburg's ball. They tried to pass it into the lane. Somebody from Alliance got a hand on it. 2 seconds left in the half. The Jackets inbounded to Clark. He lets it fly before the buzzer, but it's no good. That's the end of the first half. The score, Waynesburg 42, Alliance 31.
Waynesburg, Tim McConnell, 8 points, all from the floor in the first half, with 3 personal fouls, forced Rudy Marisa to put Tim on the bench, and Kevin Lee came in. Kevin has not scored yet, but has a few assists and is playing well. Darren Walls, of course, if you just tuned in, is not playing because of an illness and is dressed and is available perhaps for a substitute. We're not sure. We have not seen him in the first half. They're on Hogue in with 10 points, 0 for 1 from the charity stripe and 1 personal foul. Rick Puskar, good game for the first half, 11 points, 1 for 3 from the line and 2 personal fouls. Rob Montgomery in with 1 foul shot, 1 for 2 from the line. Terry Clark did not score in the first half. Chuck Collins came in and played for the ailing Darren Walls as a swing man and scored 8 points. He was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Let's make that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points for Chuck Collins. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Derek Samuels in with 1 field goal, 0 for 1 from the line. As a team, the Yellow Jackets shot 6 for 11 from the free throw line, and the Alliance Eagles shot 3 for 5 from the free throw line, John, and that's why the halftime score is Waynesburg leading by 11, 42-31.
Okay, thanks.
Script, John, as soon as we fouls. Look out for that. Point guard gone, could mean trouble.
Jackets inbounded to start the second half, and they go to McConnell to the baseline to Puskar. Jumper from the side is no good. Follow Montgomery, no good. Rebound. Alliance pulled down by Maisley. And he gets it to McAllister, who trots it over the timeline. Now they'll set it up again against the Waynesburg zone. Eagles were very deliberate in the first half against Waynesburg's sticky zone defense. Let's see if they try to pick up the pace a little in the second half, trailing 42-31. Bell has it on the outside. Now looks for the lob down low. Nothing there. Has to go to Richards. Right back to Bell. Around to McAllister. Bell again. Over to Richards on the outside. Richards back to Bell and around to McAllister, who starts inside, pulls up, goes back to Bell. Over to Richards, who's open, who shoots, and then misses. Rebound, Hogue, Waynesburg. Add to McConnell, looking for the break. Timmy, long pass, baseline. Collins shovels it off the push car. He blocked on the way up. The loose ball goes to Alliance, and they got a fast break the other way. McAllister pulls up, fires, and hits. Sean McAllister draws first blood in the second half. It's 42-33. Jackets quickly in the forecourt to Hogue. Starts inside, now pulls up in the high post, goes back out near midcourt to McConnell. Timmy will now move it over on the left side. Goes there to Collins in the corner. He's open and fires, no good. Rebound, tapped outside, goes to Alliance, pulled down by Richards. He clears in the backcourt to McAllister, and we come the other way.
Jackets have not scored in the second half after almost 2 minutes, minute and a half.
Okay, so once again, here's the deliberate Alliance attack on the fringe of the Waynesburg zone, and it's Richards and Bell working the outside to McAllister on the right. Cross court, Richards, who's open, 22-footer, no. Rebound bounces outside, taken by Alliance, shot up, Maisley, good. Rebound took a funny bounce, went right to Maisley. He put it up and down, and it's 42-35 as Alliance gets back into this ball game. Here's Waynesburg, Hogue deep in the corner, lobbing it down low. Montgomery, no, follow Montgomery, good. Montgomery with a follow of his own missed shot, and that's the first bucket for Waynesburg in the second half.
And Montgomery's first field goal in the game.
44-35 is the score, and McAllister moves it to the top of the key for Alliance, goes to Richards. Richards lobs it right back to McAllister on the left side. To Richards, top of the key, to McAllister again on the left. Checks into the lane. Nothing, out to Bell, around the horn to Richards deep in the corner. Back to Bell. The inside men for Alliance have not handled the ball very much at all in this game, as Richards fakes the long shot, goes with a bounce pass again, cross court to McAllister. Baseline, Maisley, back to Richards, top of the key, hit. Richards has been the whole offense for Chet Halleck thus far. McConnell quickly in the forecourt. Pulls up now as there was nothing there. The lane was clogged, and he goes to Pushkar in the corner. Now further in the corner to Hogue. Hogue lobs it down low to Montgomery. Shot up, blocked. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Alliance ball.
Trying to get it. They forced the pass that time. Rob had no way to get it. Timeout.
Rudy Marisa, timeout. Following the Waynesburg timeout, Alliance will inbound it along the baseline. And it's McAllister walking it up with Bell as the Jackets now come out to trap him at midcourt. McAllister, bothered by Collins, goes to Bell. Bell takes it inside to the baseline. Now with a dribble, brings it back outside. Bounce past McAllister, cross court to Richards. Back to McAllister again. And this all happening on the right side. Now bounce pass on the left. Richards, he's open from way outside. Fires. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Foul called on Waynesburg.
Collins over the back on the rebound. Positioning that time by Alliance. Collins not in position. Committed his third. First of the second half.
So Alliance will inbound it from their baseline. They do so to Richards. Now back outside to Bell. Bell working this time on the left of McAllister. As Sean brings it out top of the key, goes right side, way outside to Richards. Now into the lane, Turpak shot blocked. Montgomery on the block. Ball goes flying out of bounds. Last touch by Alliance. Following the block, Turpak tries to save it from going out of bounds. Does not do so. Long pass, Waynesburg, Pushkar, baseline drive, shoots, good, foul call.
And a big foul. Turpak, who's playing a brilliant game on the board, picks up his third personal, first of the second half. Rich Pushkar may complete this three-point play, makes the field goal.
A long pass over the defense, right along the baseline. Pushkar floating free there. He's at the line now with a chance for three.
A correction in the first half. Theron Hogue had 8 points. Terry Clark had 2. So I miscredited Terry with 2 and gave Theron too many.
Three-point play is unsuccessful. In and out. Rebound. Alliance pulled down by Maisley. In backcourt goes to McAllister as he brings it over the timeline. Goes to Bell. Right back to Sean. Bounce pass into the corner to Richards. Back out to Bell. Bell cross court to Richards again. Into the corner to Bell on the left side. Around the horn, Richards again to Maisley along the baseline. Back out to McAllister. Bell in the corner once again. Back to McAllister. All this happening way outside. Very crisp passes by Alliance as they move the ball around the perimeter of the Waynesburg zone. But the Jackets continue to keep it clogged up in the middle. Here's a shot way outside by Richards. No good, but the rebound comes right back to him. Hit the iron and bounced right to him in the corner. And again, Alliance with a new shot clock goes to work around the perimeter of the zone. Waynesburg leads 46-37. We have 15:20 left to play in the ball game. And again, here's Alliance to McAllister. He fires from the foul line and hits. Sean McAllister hasn't shot much, but when he does, he's been very successful. He has 6, and it's 46-39.
The Jackets will have to play basketball to maintain this lead. The Alliance is keyed up and playing very, very well.
Here's McConnell working with Collins now to Montgomery in the corner on the right side. Back out around the horn it goes. Pushkar handling the ball, top of the key. Shovels it off to McConnell. Now on the left to Collins. In the corner to Theron Hogue. Back to McConnell, to Pushkar, to Collins in the corner. Collins is open, doesn't take the shot. Back to McConnell, top of the key. He starts inside. He's fouled as he goes up with a shot. It does not go down, but the foul will be on Alliance.
it's going to be on Richards, and Richards picks up his third. So Alliance second team foul of the second half. They have 3 players, now 4 players with 3 personal fouls.
McConnell inbounds at the push car. It comes right back to Tinney. And a little pitch and catch on the right side. Montgomery deep in the corner, back around the horn, over to push car on the left. Starts inside, stops, goes back to Collins, to McConnell at the top of the circle. He goes on the right, again to Montgomery deep in the corner. Back out around the horn, lobbing it to Collins. The Jackets just working this around the perimeter of the Alliance zone. A little cat and mouse both ways now at 14-12 left to play. Here's a pass underneath Montgomery. Shot up, no good. Everything but the shot. Ball saved from out of bounds. Well, almost saved from out of bounds by Theron Hogue. They say he stepped on the baseline.
Now a chance for them to move within 5 points. The Alliance Eagles bring the ball up court.
Waynesburg led at halftime, 42-31. As we move inside, 14 minutes left to play. McAllister goes by Pushkar, but he's trapped, has to bring it back outside as McConnell's right there all looking like glue. Now they go to Richards deep in the corner, and he hits. Once again, Richards hits a bomb, this time from deep in the corner. He has 18 of the 41 Alliance points as they move back within 5 points with better than 13 and a half minutes left to play in this game. Jackets with the ball. Montgomery goes to Collins. Collins is open. He fires. This time, no good. Rebound. Blues tracked down by Hogue for Waynesburg. Theron pumps from the side. No good. Rebound. Masley for Alliance. Look out. Here come the Eagles with a chance to come within 3.
The Jackets have scored only 4 points in nearly 7 minutes.
McAllister and Bell on the outside for Alliance. Bell looks inside. Nothing there. Goes cross court to Bush. Bush to Masley. Shot up, no good. Rebound bounces out to McConnell. Jackets on the run. The fast break to Pushkar. He fires good.
Great shot, Rick Pushkar. The defense was there, and he just fade away off the glass. Great shot.
So that stops the bleeding for the Yellow Jackets a little bit. They now lead 48-41. And again, the half-court trap. Bell by it. Bell goes to the baseline to Masley. Back outside to McAllister. Again to Richards deep in the corner. McAllister moves the people around, posted high, gets it right back, and puts it up over a screen, no good. Rebound Masley up, no good. Tap, no good. Rebound Montgomery, Waynesburg. Goes into McConnell, looking for the break to Collins on the wing. Collins drives, shoots, no good, but he's fouled.
And good sportsmanship on the foul. He was driven into the wall, but I'll tell you what, the Alliance people were there to pick him up, and let's see who the foul was called on, and it is on Richards. That's a real hurter that time. 4th foul on a guy with a ton of points.
And Montgomery leaves the ball game as Terry Clark checks in for Waynesburg.
1 for 4 from the stripe. So he said, I asked him before the game how he was feeling. He said he had a slight sore throat, so affecting his play.
Collins with his very deliberate free throw style misses the second one, but the rebound goes to Hogue. Theron puts it up, no good. Rebound, tapped out to Hogue. He takes it inside, now loses the handle. The ball goes out of bounds. Alliance ball. Woo!
Yeah, Chuck Collins missed the second of the 2-shot foul, and wow, what happened after that? It just looked like the ball got on fire. It was hot hands, and it went skipping out of bounds, and now the Alliance Eagles take over.
Full court pressure by the Yellow Jackets. Bell breaks it with a dribble in the forecourt, takes it to the baseline, now brings it back outside. Now back inside and outside again as Bell just dribbling through people. As they finally brings it out near midcourt, goes to McAllister. McAllister to Richards from way outside. Richards hits. Boy, this guy can shoot.
Showtime. I'll tell you what, he can put it at 22 feet that time, John.
49-43, Waynesburg leads as McConnell brings it over the timeline. Ron Richards keeping Alliance in this game. Jackets, low post, Clark, shot blocked. It goes out of bounds. Well, they're going to say Waynesburg's ball, but I think it hit Clark on the head on the way out. But nevertheless, Waynesburg will inbound it from the baseline.
Trying to work that baseline against Alliance.
They lob it outside the push guard to Collins. In the corner to McConnell. Takes the shot. Now puts it up. No good. Rebound Masley for Alliance. Knocked out of bounds, but it will be Alliance basketball.
6-point lead by the Jackets. 49-43 with 11:29 remaining, and Alliance looking at now a 3-quarter court trap.
And McAllister working it in the backcourt against the trap. Brings it in front of us. Now goes still backcourt to Bell. Bell breaks the pressure into forecourt. Bounce pass almost stolen away. Now a loose ball. McConnell knocks it to Clark. Right back to McConnell. Jackets on the run. McConnell's to the baseline. Dumps it off. Hogue up and in.
What a dish that time. Great dish.
51-43. Waynesburg leads and a foul at midcourt as McCallum now goes still backcourt to Bell. Bell breaks the pressure into forecourt. Bounce pass almost stolen away. Now a loose ball. McConnell knocks it to Clark. Right back to McConnell. Jackets on the run. McConnell to the baseline. Dumps it off. Hogue up and in.
What a dish that time. Great dish.
51-43. Waynesburg leads and a foul at midcourt as McCallum.
And for Chuck, I believe that will be his fourth.
So Collins with 4 and McConnell with 3, both still in there for the Yellow Jackets, leading 51-43 with less than 11 minutes left to play in the game. Here's the guy with the hot hand, Richards, with the basketball for Alliance, goes into the corner to Bell, back to McAllister. McAllister fakes the shot, starts inside, pulls up, goes baseline to Turpek. He's cut off, back to Bell. Bell will have to bring it back out. He dumps it off to Richards. Richards, bounce pass to McAllister on the left. Back to Richards, top of the key, 22-footer, no. Rebound out of bounds, Alliance ball. Gary Clark and Pushkar battling each other for the rebound. The ball goes flying. It'll be Alliance ball.
Samuels comes in. Derek Samuels out, Chuck Collins.
On the inbound play, they lob it to Turpak. He starts up with it. Puts it in. He's fouled. The shot counts. And Turpak will be at the line with a chance for a three-point play.
And I believe we'll see who the foul was on that time. I believe it was on Terry Clark.
Okay. So, 51-46 with 10:25 to go. Here's McConnell again over the timeline for the Jackets, and still moving on the left side. Fakes the pass, now goes into the lane to Pushkar. Turns underneath the Samuels. Shot up, no good, but a foul called. Samuels will go to the line.
Taking it right into him. That's the way to beat Alliance. And the foul, it looks like it's on McAllister. If it is, it's his fourth.
Well, we get a timeout to check that because Rudy Brace is up with 10:14 left to play in the ball game. Waynesburg 51, Alliance 46. Berg on top, 51-46.
To the line, Derek Samuels, and the foul was called on Barry Turpak.
Out on the second one, rebound Clark, and he's fouled.
He picked up the foul, and it's on Richards. Look out if that's on Richards. We'll see.
Well, he was in the area along with Turpak, and Bush was also in the area. It's hard to say. The officials are moving away from it. The scorer's table is on the other side of the floor. We're at midcourt.
If it's on Richards, it will be the fifth, and I believe it is. It is. All the fingers are up. They should blow the horn right now.
No. That's going to cost him in down the lane. Now whistles as Clark puts the second one up. It didn't go down. Wouldn't have counted anyway. A lane violation by Waynesburg. Somebody in the lane too soon.
That's what happened, breaking the plane, and it is 4 on Richards officially.
Okay, so now we're getting ready to move inside. 10 minutes left to go in this basketball game. Alliance trailing by 5 points with the ball. Here's Bell on the outside, goes to McAllister in the corner. Back to Bell, top of the key. Bell with the dribble now, brings it over on the left, goes into the lane to Maisel, back out to McAllister. McAllister, long one-hander, no good. Rebound bounces out to McConnell for Waynesburg. Jackets on the run. McConnell puts it up. He's fouled. Shot was partially blocked by Bell, and McConnell fouled as he goes flying to the floor, and he'll go to the line. And it's 53-46 Waynesburg. Here's Alliance, no pressure as they bring it into a four-court. Jackets in the zone. And Alliance working on the right side of it. Now over on the left to Bush. Bush on top of the key to Bell. Bell into the corner to Richards on the right. Bell now gets it back, starts on the left side with the dribble, shovels it off to McAllister. He looks inside, checks to see what's there. There's nothing there. He'll trot it over the right, go bounce pass on the left to Bell. Bell to Richards in the corner. He's trapped over there. Has to lob it back outside to Bell. Bell to McAllister in the corner, back to Bell. Shot clock down to 5 seconds as McAllister gets it. Back outside to Bell, around to Richards. 2 seconds to go. Bell puts it up from way outside. No good rebound. Clark Waynesburg stolen away by Bell. Bell lays it up and in. Bell stole the outlet pass to McConnell off the rebound, and now it's 53-48. Waynesburg with the lead, just holding on here. 8:45 left to play. McConnell has it on the outside. Now McConnell fakes into the corner, goes there now to Hogue. Hogue back to McConnell, nothing doing on the shot, and they go around the push car to Samuels on the right side baseline. Back out to McConnell, fires and hits. Timmy McConnell, a little 18-foot jumper. That gives him an even dozen. It's 55-48, Waynesburg.
Great shot selection by Tim McConnell. Is going to bring the defense who was packing their zone in. Going to bring them out.
Bell, cross court to Richards for Alliance. Back to Bell, right to Richards in the corner again. Pitch and catch over the Waynesburg zone. Round the horn to McAllister. Bell again, top of the key to Richards. He's open, he fires and hits. 20-footer for Richards. 22 points for him. And again, a 5-point lead. Jackets into forecourt. Long pass inside underneath to Clark. Shot up, no good, but a foul call. Terry Clark hammered right under the basket. Shot did not go down. Would have counted had it gone. And the rebound's out of bounds. It'll be Alliance basketball. So the lead is now 6 points for Waynesburg as the Eagles bring it over the sideline. 7:45 left to play in the ball game. Alliance hanging tough. Bell goes into the corner to Bush, back to Bell, around the horn to McAllister. Bell again, top of the key. McAllister over to Bush, fakes the shot, and comes back outside to Bell. Right back to Bush, deep into the corner to McAllister, around the horn to Richards. Richards to Bell, top of the key to Richards again, but no shot for him this time as he lobs it cross court to McAllister. He starts inside, goes baseline. Maisley's shot up and in. Nice move by Mike Maisley, a reverse layup, and it's 56-52.
As close as Alliance has been ever since about the 14-minute mark of the game.
7:03 left to play. Jackets there on Hogue. Baseline push car. Starts inside, pulls up, fires, no good. Rebound. Alliance pulled down by Bush. Look out. Alliance now with a chance to cut the lead to 2. And the little bit of crowd there is here starting to get into this ball game. Come alive as Alliance works it on the outside. It's Bush, McAllister, and Bell. Now they go to Richards on the left, back to Bell again. Bell and Richards, pitch and catch to Richards, shot way outside. Richards, no good. Rebound Bell for Alliance. It bounced right to him at the foul line. He clears it back outside to McAllister. McAllister into the corner to Richards, back to McAllister again. He'll bring it out to the top of the circle. Lob it on the right to Bell. Right back to McAllister to Richards on the left. McAllister again. Top of the key. Here's Richards. He's open in the corner. He fires. No good. Rebounds loose. It's tapped out to McConnell at midcourt. Timmy into forecourt. Bounce pass baseline out of bounds. Tried to hit Terry Clark with a bounce pass along the baseline. Clark couldn't handle it. Went out of bounds. Rudy Marisa wants timeout. And we're back to action. Waynesburg on top, 56-52. Alliance with the basketball. And they handle it to Richards, now to Bell, around to McAllister to Richards, again in the corner. Fakes the shot with the dribble, brings it back outside. Bell handles it, goes to McAllister, looks inside, nothing there. Again, top of the key. Bell and McAllister working the left side. McAllister handling the ball now, shovels it off to Richards. He'll go cross court back outside to McAllister. Shot clock down to 6 seconds as they go back to Richards. 22-footer, good! Richards, another bomb. 24 for him, and it's a 2-point basketball game. Here's Waynesburg into forecourt. Hogue goes to McConnell. And Timmy now will set it up on the right side. They go deep into the corner to Montgomery. Back outside. Round the horn to Collins. Back to McConnell. McConnell starts inside, fires. It is no good. Rebound goes to Bell for Alliance. Clears it to McAllister in backcourt. McAllister walks it over the timeline. And now Alliance with a chance to tie it up at 4:55.
And Alliance is playing excellent basketball in doing this. No intimidation. They are boxing out, doing a job, and playing some defense.
4:45 remaining to play as they work the perimeter of the Waynesburg zone, looking for that bucket that will tie this ball game. Here's Richards from way outside. Shot no good. Big rebound goes to McConnell for Waynesburg. Timmy high into the air to pull it down, and he gets a finger in the eye, I think. Yeah. He says he's going to be all right, but the official has stopped the clock, and we're going to get, believe, somebody out to take a look at him. No. Timmy says, I'm all right. So he'll inbound it from the side. Goes to Theron Hogue. Right back to McConnell, and he'll bring it over the timeline. McConnell obviously hurting a little bit, but playing hurt. Goes top of the key to Collins. Collins to Hogue. Theron from way outside hit. Theron Hogue, about an 18-footer. That's an even dozen on the night for him, and it opens up a little breathing room. A 4-point Waynesburg lead at 4:10 left to play in the ball game.
Theron is very solid in the clutch, and they're going to him when it counts.
Okay, once again, Alliance looking for a bucket here. Goes to Bush. High post shot knocked away by Hogue. Hogue to McConnell for Waynesburg. Jackets on the run. In the lane, Hogue. Underneath, push guard. No! Good! Rebound goes to Alliance, and a whistle. Jump ball called on the play.
Well, the arrow is at Waynesburg, but Pushkar is down.
Pushkar, missing the layup, goes down and is very slow getting up. He's one hurt young man. Right?
He's got the Chris Green walk there. And that's a... Jack Smith will appreciate that one, Jack, if you're listening.
All right, so Pushkar will stay in the ball game and move into backcourt as Alliance brings it over the timeline in the person of Sean McAllister. Here's the situation, 3:45 left to play in the game. Waynesburg leads by 4. Alliance with the basketball. McAllister on the outside goes to Richards, top of the key. Richards bounce past to Bell. Bell will trot it over on the right side. Now go there with a pass to McAllister. High post to Bush, right back out to McAllister and around to Bell. Richards again on the outside. He's the scoring machine. Bell takes it inside, loses it. Up with the steal is Hogue for Waynesburg. Ahead to McConnell on the break to Pushkar, lays it up and in. Defense and the fast break turn the situation around a little bit for the Yellow Jackets as they've opened the lead to 6 with just over 3 minutes left to play.
Becoming active, that zone hands up and a lot of movement on the zone.
In the lane is a drive up, no good. Rebound Hogue for Waynesburg, ahead to McConnell. Jackets on the run. McConnell in the lane, goes up himself. No good. Rebound taken down by Richards for Elias. Long pass to McAllister, all alone, lays it up and in. 8 points for Sean McAllister, and it's back to a 4-point basketball game. 2:40 left to play.
McAllister cherry-picking that time and took advantage of it.
Anything can happen in this ball game with 2:33 to go. Jackets clinging to a 4-point lead. It's McConnell with the basketball, cross court to Montgomery, who's way outside. Now shovels it off to McConnell and takes his position underneath along the baseline. Marisa coaching from the sidelines as the Jackets run it around the perimeter. Running to shorten up this game just a little bit. Shot clock is down to 10 seconds as they go to Hogue in the corner. Hogue from the side goes to Collins and he's fouled. Chuck Collins fouled. Somebody reaching in as he went for the pass from Hogue, and
that's it for Richards.
That'll be 5 on the big guy for Alliance. 24 points at the afternoon. I don't know, did he have any layups at all, Frank?
They were all bombed from 18 to 24.
Whoa. Collins, meantime, will be at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Ted Halleck is shooting 74% from the line coming in here. Second one on the way, also good. So Collins, a couple of clutch free throws there. And it's 62-56 Waynesburg. As we move inside, 2 minutes left to play. Alliance with the ball. Underneath to Maisley, back into the lane to Turpak. He's fouled as he goes up. Maisley drew everybody to him, saw Turpak floating free, hit him with a nice pass, and Turpak was whacked on the way up, so he'll go to the line for 2.
They're on picking up his second foul.
Rebound, loose. Collins up with it for the foul call.
Maybe over the back against the Jackets. If it's on Collins, that'll be his trick.
Well, it looks that way from his reaction, and we'll see. No, it may be on Theron Hogue. I believe it is. I think he put up 23 there. That's 5 on him.
You can't tell who they call the foul on because they're going away from you and their body blocks out the fingers. So Chuck Collins sits down at his 5th personal. He fouls out with 1:56 remaining in this ball game with a 5-point lead, 62-57.
And as he fouls out, Rudy Marisa takes the opportunity to give some last-minute inbounds it to Bush. Bush back outside, a steal, McConnell at midcourt, but it goes out of bounds. Going for the steal right at midcourt. Got his hand on the ball, but couldn't save it from going out of bounds.
This is where Tim shines in the ball game, where the Yellow Jackets really need him in the defensive department right here.
1:45 to go as Alliance inbounds it again at midcourt. They go to Bush on the right side. Bush fakes inside. He's trapped over there. In trouble. Looking for somebody to throw it to, and now we get a foul call as there's a little contact with Theron Hogue. And Bush will now go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
16 foul, one more, and the bonus will be in both ways.
Okay, 1:39 to go. Alliance bounds it again to McAllister. Almost stolen away by McConnell, but he gets it back, goes to Bell. Bell lobs it to McAllister right in front of the bench. Now baseline shot up, no good, but a foul call. Turpak got it on the baseline as he went up. It was, he was fouled. Shot did not go down. They want goaltending, but they're not going to get it. And Turpak will go to the line to shoot 2.
Rob Montgomery, his
Look out, Turpak with a dozen. 62-59, 1:25 left to play. Here comes Waynesburg into forecourt. They'll be very glad to get out of here with a 1-point win. Almost a steal as Pushkar mishandles the ball. Now it is stolen away by Bell. Bell just picked Rick Pushkar's pocket. 1:09 to go as Alliance brings it over the timeline. Bell working the perimeter. Goes to Bush. Bush, long bomb, no good. Rebound Clark, Waynesburg. Whoa. And he's bugged in backcourt. Finally, we get a foul called. And I can't believe McAllister's arguing about that. Clark was bugged in backcourt.
That's exactly right. That's a very good description of what was happening there. They double team, one from the back and one from the front, and McAllister was just hatcheting him, trying to steal the ball off Clark, so let it covered up with both arms. And the foul called fourth on McAllister, and a 1-and-1.
It is no good. Off the heel, rebounds loose, and battling with it is Bell and Hogue. We get a jump ball called. It'll be Waynesburg's ball off the possession. I believe it's their turn, yes.
The foul shooting in the second half has just let Alliance come right into this ball game.
Well, now wait a minute. The possession clock says it's Waynesburg. The possession indicator says Waynesburg.
The arrow is not official, John. It's in the book.
All right, so whoever's running the arrow forgot to move it the last time, I guess, and that's true. Well, that means, and Alliance inbounds it. They go to McAllister. 55 seconds left to play. Alliance trails by 3. Here's McAllister, starts inside, pulls up, fires, no good. Rebound is tapped out of bounds. Waynesburg's ball.
Big rebound. Terry Clark had a hold of it. McAllister came and batted it.
Backcourt, Bush right there to foul him. Theron Hogue will go to the line with an important 1-and-1, attempting the bonus. And attempting to give Waynesburg a 5-point lead. It is on the way. It is good. Theron Hogue now with 14 points on the night. 40 seconds to go. Jacket 64. Alliance 59. Into forecourt come the Eagles. They go to Bush. He drives. He forces one up there. No good. Follow. No good. Rebound Montgomery. Waynesburg, and he's fouled in backcourt. Big rebound. That is one is good.
That puts the old lock on the door.
And he'll have a chance to drive another nail. So a couple of clutch free throws by Montgomery and Hogue down the stretch. And the Jackets appear to be on their way to win number 13. Here's the Eagles into forecourt. McAllister shot up, no good. Rebound loose. Bell has it. Takes it inside. Blocked. McAllister gets it back, puts it up, no good. Follow good. And we're going to give it, I guess, to Maisley. Or Bush. Which one? Well, we get a timeout. We'll discuss it while they listen to this. 15 game. Waynesburg 66, Alliance 61. He was fouled, and he just made the bonus after converting the 1-and-1. It's 68-61 with 10 seconds left to play. The Eagles into forecourt. McAllister to the baseline. Drive, shoot. Good. Unmolested. He puts it up and down, and that gives him 10. And again, a very quick timeout by Ted Halleck. He'll just take the 10 or 20 seconds or so to get his troops in line. He was fouled immediately, so with 3 seconds to go, Tim McConnell will walk to the other end of the floor, and he'll get a chance to shoot another 1-and-1.
The trip should be interesting.
Yeah.
Ted Halleck, very patient. Alliance patient the whole game.
1-and-1, no good. Rebound Montgomery at the buzzer, no good, but he's fouled. And now with 1 second to go, I was anticipating the buzzer, but the clock stops with 1 second.
Good job, and by both coaches. Rudy Marisa, Darren Wall's not playing.
Montgomery makes the 1-and-1. I think the key to the whole thing is the fact that Darren Walls was on the bench ill. He's nothing wrong with him other than the flu bug. Montgomery makes them both, so it's 70-63. And as Alliance inbounds it, the horn sounds. That's the end of the ball game. The final score, Waynesburg 70, Alliance 63. Season record to 13-1, 6-0 in District 18. Alliance falls to 6-11, and we have them at 2-6 in District 18 play. By the way, other games coming up in the district tonight, big one up at New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. Point Park will be at Westminster. Should Point Park win that ball game, that means when the Pioneers come to College Gym on Tuesday, it'll be a battle for first place in District 18 between Point Park and Westminster. Other games tonight, St. Vincent will be at Pitt Bradford as Bernie Matthews will up against his old assistant coach, who's now taken over the Bradford job. That's Tom Ackerman. It'll be Houghton College at Geneva, and in an exhibition game, La Roche is playing at Barron. Other games of interest, just
Let's see what the scoring was. It was Sean McAllister, the point guard, tricky little point guard with some nice assists and good defense, scoring 6 points all from the floor. Let's give him actually 2 in the first and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in the second. So that's 12 points for McAllister, 6 field goals, 9 points for Jeff Bell, and he shot 1 for 2 from the line. 22 points for Ron Richards, 11 field goals, and they were long-distance radars. And Barry Turpak with 12. He was 6 for 8 from the charity stripe. Mike Mathley was 4 points, 6 points total, and Dave Bush was in with 4 points. As a team, the Alliance Eagles shot 7 for 10 from the charity stripe. Tim McConnell had 14 for the Jackets. He was a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. He had 8 in the first half and 6 in the second half. Let's make that 4 for 5 from the line for Tim McConnell. And the Jackets, Darren Walls did not play. Theron Hogue had 14 points. He shot 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Rich Pushkarian with 17 points, high score for the Yellow Jackets, and he shot 1 for 4 from the free floor. Terry Clark. Terry was 1 for 4 from the stripe. Chuck Collins fouling out was 156. He played in replacement of Darren Walls, had 13 points, a good performance. He shot 7 for 8 from the free throw line. And Derek Samuels in with 1 field goal, 0 for 3 from the line. The Jackets, as a team, 20 for 33 from the charity stripe. And that final score again was Waynesburg 70, Alliance 63.
Okay, Frank, thanks very much. And just a reminder again, we'll see you Tuesday night, 7:40 is their time at College Gym when Point Park will be in town. That's it for now. This is John Loper speaking for Frank Busick, saying so long from Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania. Again, the final score here this afternoon, Waynesburg 70, Alliance 63. This has been a WANB Sports exclusive.
Yellow Jacket basketball.